Not just by
So the way the club programs work is that they try to offer other opportunities for scheme racers.
You've already moved yourself to a point where you're a leader on your
race
team.
and get better. You race against
Okay, if you are thinking about schemes where your other teammates are
now,
not.
obviously, at the very top of that pyramid is the
And
Mid-Atlantic
you're fortunate enough to be at a camp where you're given an awful
there's
lot
some
of
people in this
information
room
about an awful lot of
that have gone on that trip,
choose
or
or not choose to share
for their
with other people that you ski with in the country.
And that's
Right?
pretty awesome.
And the role and the job of a leader
is
is the
supposed to be
equivalent
try
of
to
like
build and boost your team,
USA or help the people that you work with and ski with, so that your team gets better.
right? So that's pretty sweet.
So that's kind of what I
As a
want to talk to
beginning
you just
skier
for
or
a couple
somebody
minutes
who's
about.
maybe like
And the first
on
thing
that,
is that
you might not be there yet, and that's okay.
I'm a big believer in the high school programs, but
the state. Hopefully, that's what you
the
understand.
New York State
the reason that in general,
I
championships
think
is
we've got some
there,
really great
and
U16
really strong high school programs.
and
Those
we've got
are
some
an
great high school
opportunity
coaches.
for you to represent New
But
York.
one of the things
represent
that
public
help
high
your
schools
teams
go to these great
realize,
again, like
awesome
this
weekends
world
that
that's
have you
outside of the high school
competitive
realm
skiers from other
states.
that is super
It gives you
important
a chance to
and can really help
take
build
your skiing to that next
your
level.
high school.
Alright, so I'd like to see like junior
And
nationals.
that's what
up
club
here.
skiing is all about. That's why
And then
in order
below
to
that,
exist.
you have these
I don't
two
care
other
if you're a Saratoga
opportunities,
skier or a Shen skier or a Queensbury skier or wherever you go to. I'm here to help you this week, and
say,
I'm treating all of you like
hey,
my athlete.
best friend Jets, I got this
Okay.
awesome
Yeah, if I did have a high school
opportunity to try
program,
on your
I would
ski,
be focused on getting my
bet
team
on
to beat
your
your
team
team at
at
the
the
time,
time,
but
but
that's not what club skiing is designed to do. And those people
that
know about
fun would
other
that be?
great clubs in the state, like
That might be a hard
Boulder
sell.
Racing Club out in
Okay.
Old Forge area.
There are other levels
That's a program
that
that
you
draws
can
skiers
try
from
and get
schools.
your teammates to try.
There's
So
other
that's
ones.
why like
Kingston,
Mr.
Mr.
Series
down in
series races are great.
Those of you that don't know about NISRNordic.org, you guys should definitely go there and check it out. You guys are all members now because you had to be for this camp. So go to that website, check it out. So the way what Empire programs work is that they try to offer other opportunities for high school. It's an opportunity for people who know about skiing and
race
love
and
it
get better.
to bring other people different race groups with a no pressure, fun weekend
Now, obviously, at
situation
the very
that feels
top
like
of that
that
pyramid
pyramid
is
class
the Mid-Atlantic
that
Junior
is
National
extremely
Team. That's
reasonable.
like,
price.
there's some people in this room that have gone on that trip and
less.
experienced sort of the highest level of
And
junior
if you
racing
get hooked up
for
with a
their
club,
age
like let's say you hook up with Kurt Nordic and you decide you want to ski for a
And
club.
that's pretty awesome, right? If you think
Club
about
leaders
it,
can
you
think
know,
about it as
why
the
you have that
equivalent of like
reduced, and you
get a
get a
junior
junior
racer
nationals,
grant,
you go to
or,
Empire State Games for the weekend of racing for $20. It doesn't get any bigger. Okay? You want to get a friend in ski racing and show them
Yeah,
what it's
as a
about,
beginning
have a great
skier
time.
or as somebody who's made
that is
like
an event
on
that
that
you want to try to
path,
you
push
might
it.
not be there yet, and that's okay. And
Okay,
that's
because I promise you, they will go on that day,
but
they'll get the club.
hopefully that's what you understand. The reason that
One of my favorite things about
working
working
with
with
the
Shen
Shen
program
program
for
for
a few years is seeing the way that that team
was able to
make
a weekend
you to represent
families
New
together,
York,
and hang out,
represent
they'll
public
high
dinners,
schools,
whatever,
whatever,
and
and there's people on that
awesome
that you
weekends
never
that
expect
have
for them to
and
go to
competitive
junior nationals,
skiers
and that's
from
okay.
other
They're not
states.
trying to ski at the
And it
college
gives you
level
a chance,
as
you guys are,
or they're not
you know,
looking to make
take
junior
your
nationals
skiing
to that next level.
But if you want to build
Right,
a
so I'd like to
strong
see like
ski
junior
program
nationals
in your
up
school,
here,
it's you
and
get
then
your friends,
below that you have
you
these
get
two
your
other
other
Empire State
16s and
that's
high school championships.
Okay.
And you want to tell your coach about this too, because I'm going to be honest, a lot of coaches in New York State are not tapped in to all the resources that go along with New York State skiing. Okay, they're focused on their thing that they do with their school. All right. So as a leader on the team, if you say, "Hey, coach, this is a really great opportunity, and me and so and so and so and so and so and so are going to do this, and we're going to have a great weekend skiing. We're going to get a nice 5K race and 10K race in, and this is what we want to do." I promise you, that's going to help your team. And if your coach is going to be on board with that, and quite frankly, your coach isn't going to be on board with that, then that's a different issue. But you should look out for you and your team and go after these opportunities because they will help you and your program. Okay? So please, take the time to check that stuff out and realize that if you want to build New York State skiing, if you want to build your high school program, all these things are lumped together. final thing before we try this whole thing again, and try our video again, is that, you know, you might be at a point where you're a little bit nervous to try moving on to the next level. You might have gone to Eastern High School Championships last year, and maybe it was you were over your head. Or maybe you tried to go to the JN qualifier and you find out, you know what, I didn't make this team this year, right? It's important to sort of stretch your comfort zone, right? Try those races. Nobody's keeping track on whether or not, you know, last year at such and such a race you came in 40th out of 43 people. If you want to be a better athlete, if you want to be a better cross-country skier, you're going to get out of your comfort zone and try these other events. Okay, and I was talking with some of the Queensbury boys the other day in the car, and that it's very easy to be comfortable knowing where you stack up against the people you always ski with. You know, you have a workout with your coach, you get in there and he tells you to do so-and-so, and oh, I know last race James beat me, so I'm going to be behind James. I know last time I beat Brian, I'm going to get in front of Brian. And everybody just goes along and does their own thing. Okay? Nobody's going to get better doing that. Right? The only way you do is by challenging yourself, getting into a new race field, mixing things up, and pushing your limits. And the first time you do that, yeah, you're probably going to be down there. And that's okay. Because the next time you're going to move up a few spots. Alright? So don't be intimidated by any of the stuff that you hear about qualifying for this, such and such a trip, or the fact that, you know, Vermont is so good and they, you know, with New York and all that kind of stuff, because I don't buy into that at all. Right? Because if we can get New York skiers to look out for New York skiing, there's absolutely no reason why anybody in this room can't be on the top of the podium at any of those races. It's not like they're, you know, drinking different water. Okay? They're just kids like you, and I live there now, and I see those kids all the time, and they're exactly the same. They like the same things that you do. They train the same ways as many of you, and it's just a matter of having a support system, right? When there's 100 of them, and there's 15 of us, clearly they're going to have an advantage because they're all able to mix and push each other and work as a unit. So it's a matter of taking our 15 or our 30 or our however many people are in this room and doubling it and tripling it. That's how New York skiing becomes competitive. And that's how you guys get better.